What's up, dudes? What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up? Beautiful Saturday morning here in the Franklander area where it seems like everyone's moving to, you know? Seems like everyone's moving here. Got another friend moving here. Things, they never stay the same. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? They never stay the same. Got my coffee. Check this out, man. Look at this. You might be going, hey, Chevy, what is that? My wife has made a delicioso, man. You know what I'm saying? A delicious French. See, I just turned this thing on silent. I'm trying to put it on transparent. There we go. A delicious French breakfast puff. Look at that. You can see how puffy it is. It's a French breakfast puff. Or so I'm told. Let's try it out. Delicious. Delicious. Everything's delicious. What could be wrong in life? What could be wrong? We got our coffee. We got our guitars. We got our amps. Everything's great. Everything is great. Except it's all a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Case in point. It's all a lie. What happened to my pick? Oh, heavens. Listen, we don't even need it. I found it. It's all a lie because I'm playing this beautiful 1958 Bandmaster. Running through the Fender Reverb and the Deluxe Merryman. You can see it all down here. And, you know, you might think, HW, what a brilliant tone. Well, Shibby, what could be wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it. Except in the last video, I was messing around with this microphone. You see this amp right here? See this amp? We've had it on a couple times. This amp, see where the mic is? The mic's on nothing. It's not on a speaker. This is a 310. There's a speaker. Look, I'll point to the three speakers. Uno. Dos. Tres. No quattro. It's a 310. The speaker's right there. What's that mic on? It's on a baffle. You're listening to the sound of a 1958 baffle just like going all around, you know? Hear how it's a little rolled off? And this is the instrument channel. It's the brighter channel. And I did this in a video and it sounded so good. And I had people going, bro, you don't, is that, first of all, what do you have the dehisser on for? The little cover. And my honest answer is, I don't know. John Mayer leaves it on his SM7B when he mics his. And why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't he? Because the gear page shows you're not supposed to? I don't know. And then someone said, I got a couple comments. One was a guy I know. His name's Tanner. He's very into vintage amps. And he said, dude, isn't there not even a speaker there? I was like, you're right. It's not. It shouldn't work, but it does. See, I know if you go to the middle of a speaker, it's bright. I know if you go to the outside of a speaker, it gets darker, more mid-rangey until the brightness goes away. I'm completely off the I'm in another plane of tonal existence. We're listening to a baffled wooden board. And what for? You know? Why haven't we tried it? Because we've been told how it is. We've been told how it is. And so the last video, go back and watch it, you know? I've got this thing mic'd up totally incorrectly. And how does it sound? Sounds great. Now, if we compared this, if I started moving this mic, you'd hear how the sound would change. But just right out of here, you know, it's something that's completely wrong, you know? But who decided it's wrong? Did I decide it's wrong? No. Did the crooks at Blue Cross, did they decide it was wrong? You know, I just went back to the doctor, and they were like, this is a lie. This isn't even. This doesn't even have the amp going through it. So there you go. That's a lie too. The tone is a lie. The headphones are a lie. Blue Cross, they're not a lie. They're just deceptive. You know, like I go to my new doctor because I'm just switching everything up. You know, I'm like Taylor Swift. I've got eras now. This is the HW doesn't even deal with you anymore era. You know what I mean? So Blue Cross, you're out. UPS, you're out too. But listen, I'm going to just confess this. I had to ship one more item UPS because a thing sold and I didn't have a FedEx account set up. And John too was here and he wanted to go to lunch. And he was like, I'm really hungry. And I was like, John, what kind of man am I? What kind of man am I? He was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, we can go to Jimmy John's for lunch. Sure. But what kind of man am I? The quickest way I can get us to lunch is to print a UPS label because I've got it right here. But we got to go further to the FedEx place if we drop that off. And I got to go on FedEx.com. I've never done it before. I'm going to have to ship through there. I don't have an account. It's not the end of the world. And he goes, I don't know, man. Jimmy John sounds good. You know? Did I compromise my very moral authority for a number 12 Beach Club from Jimmy John's? I'll be honest with you. It's a damn good sandwich. Damn good. You know what I mean? And the people at Jimmy John's, those are people I choose to do business with. You know why? I walk into Jimmy John's and they make my sandwich. And there's nothing deceptive about them. Are they eavesdroppers? Yeah, for sure. They don't respect your privacy. If you expect privacy between you and the person you're ordering from at the front, like the guy at the register, the whole staff is listening. I say Beach Club, and he goes, okay, Beach Club. And the guy has already he's already making a Beach Club. He already know he's halfway through with a Beach Club by the time the sandwich is done by the time I'm done checking out. I went with Suze a couple days later. Sue's ordered the wrong way. He didn't know. It wasn't his fault. He's like, can I get the number 1 or whatever? The guy's like, okay, number 1. He's like, yeah, I'll take chips and a drink. You know? And then Suze goes, oh, and no tomatoes. And the guy, they were making the sandwich the whole time it took him to order the drink and chip. They threw it away. The guy picked it up and threw it in the trash. And they just started making another one. They didn't say any words or do anything. Right there. You know? Those few words. Oh, and no tomato. They're just placed in the wrong order. Changes everything. Changes everything. It's kind of like when Blue Cross used to deny my brother's wheelchair. True story. This is what pieces of This is what Wayward Souls Blue Cross is sometimes, even though I hope they repent and come back to Jesus. My brother has cerebral palsy. He's blind. And he can't walk. He can't talk. He's got the intellect of somewhere around a 3-year-old or something like that. He understands. I don't know. Handicap, like brain intellect, when you have a brain injury, like he suffered in the being born, and cerebral palsy. It is a myriad of things, but he understands probably more than a 3-year-old understands. But he can't speak even as much as a 3-year-old could speak. He can't speak hardly at all. I mean, guy's got 15 words maybe, and they're not in sentence structure. A lot of them are just sounds. My mom understands. And, you think I just started hating these healthcare companies? Man, I watched them deny my brother's wheelchair for so long in his life, like so long. And my mom is like such a champion for him. She still takes care of him full time. My mother has had no career. She had her 3rd child, born 3 months premature. My mother put away her career. She wasn't a Christian, really. She was kind of raised Christian, wasn't following the faith. Basically had my brother and kind of had this, she was like, I can't do this. She was overwhelmed completely. And she just kind of prayed and got this overwhelming feeling of like, okay, God, can I do this? Can I do this? This child will need 100% care for me forever, to be bathed, shaved, fed, medical attention. They said he would die. He didn't. Then they said he would die at 5 or 6. He didn't. Then 10, 11, 12. He didn't. And then high school, and then now, I'm 37. He's 30. He just turned 38, 37. I'm 37. He just turned 36. Sorry. And my mother had to figure out all these things because, they would deny a wheelchair. Oh, he's cerebral palsy. He's in a wheelchair. He can't see. How could he drive a wheelchair? How could he drive a wheelchair? That's what they said. He would run into things in the wheelchair. How could he? Doesn't need it. They won't cover it. Won't cover it. Not covered. Sorry, not for your insurance. You have some bronze plan or something. Pewter, limestone plan. And then my mother figured out that somehow they would cover like a handicap accessible chair with a wheeled base. Yeah, that's the games we're playing. Those are the games we're playing. You know what the other games we're playing? I've watched my father, who has been a mechanic when I was growing up. He was a mechanic and then a teacher and then an entrepreneur. And I worked for his company when I got out of school. And I watched as they would say about my brother, sorry, we won't cover his dental cleanings. Why not? Well, we'll cover him, but, it just is a normal cleaning. And it's like, well, he needs to be sedated because he doesn't understand. He'll bite the dentist. He won't cooperate. He doesn't understand, right? And so the dentists are like, we really can't do anything. He'll bite us. He doesn't open his mouth. He doesn't turn towards us. We're a dentist. We can't like hold somebody down against their will. It's not really what we're designed to do. And I get that. I get that from a dentist point of view. It's like, hey, you kind of have to be a willing participant to be a dentist. And so the solution the dentist has is, there is sedated dentistry, and we can go into the hospital and basically rent a room from the hospital, and they will charge us for the anesthesiologist. The anesthesiologist will be in the hospital. They will sedate them, and then we can do our dental work. And, the hospital will charge for that, and you can pay for that. And then you can pay us for our cleaning service. And we do this periodically for a number of patients. We sort of line it up, and we can do that. And you know what they said? You know what the insurance company said, as well as Medicare from the state of California, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, Meta screw you. You know what they say? They say, no. It's not medically essential. His teeth aren't medically essential. And then you know what they say? If his teeth rot, we'll pay to pull them out. That's covered. If your teeth rot, we'll pay to pull them out. And we'll pay for you to have a liquid diet, but we won't pay for you to keep them. You know what I'm saying, man? You know, we're out here like for the people, by the people, lies. You know, and I don't say that because like every system needs to be perfect. I say it because there's literally no one in the system who you can appeal to, who can see it's crazy and go, oh, I'm so sorry. We have a system that does a really good job of serving like 95% of people, but we step in for this 5%. No, they just go, no. We're bureaucrats. That's what we do. It's not what I was going to talk about. So anyway, I go to a new doctor in Blue Cross. I show up to the new doctor. My name is wrong. And I have Blue Cross. One last visit to the doctor while I have Blue Cross. And then my doctor doesn't bill. They bill me instead of Blue Cross. And they say, you don't have insurance. I say, what are you talking about? They say, Blue Cross says your insurance expired over a year ago. My insurance expired 2 days ago. You're just screwing with me. You know what I mean? You watch this channel or something. Somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's all a lie. It's all a lie. The tone is a lie. Listen to this tone. Look how good it sounds. Look how good this sounds. But that's it, man. But that's it. You know, you really, you get under the hood of anything and you just, look, what can you believe? What can you believe? I mean, the things you know, but I believe all sorts of stuff I can't prove, I can't know. You know what I'm saying? You know? So they're just gonna, oh, it was canceled. What? There's no date last year of significance, you know? Am I a liar because I shipped with UPS? Are they liars because they won't give a kid a wheelchair? Probably. Plead the blood of Jesus over your life, you. But none are righteous. Not me. Not me. I am not righteous either. None are righteous, not even one. Just one. Just one is. Just one is. See that? People think I drink when I do these videos. I don't drink. I don't even drink alcohol. I drink a little bit of whiskey. But rarely. Went to the doctor the other day. She's like, do you use alcohol? Do you drink alcohol? I was like, not much. But we're in Tennessee, so not much might mean like just every weekend. You know what I mean? So just like less than 5 drinks a month. I'm like, yeah, less than 5 a month. What you saw me drink on the podcast, I think I shared this on the podcast, is like 80% of the alcohol I would consume in a month. You know, I don't drink a lot. I drink coffee. And she's like, do you use any? This was cool too. This is interesting too. Maybe I give off this vibe. She's like, do you use any drugs, not prescription or non-prescription? I go, no. She goes, okay, no. And then she starts naming drugs, and I was like, ma'am, I just said no. I heard you the first time. I know what you're asking me. And then she goes, this, do you use caffeine? That was so funny because I'm like, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, Coke Zero has caffeine. Tea has caffeine. Coffee has caffeine. Yes, I use caffeine. I drink coffee. I enjoy coffee. I drink it in the mornings. But anyway, what can you believe? Blue Cross? Oh, that's not covered. Sorry, it's not in your plan. Really? Who knows what's in my plan? I don't know. UPS? Sorry, you didn't do it right. Are you sure? What's the standard of anything? This sounds right, and yet it's not supposed to. It doesn't. You're listening to a 58 bandmaster. You know what I'm saying? That's some guy mic'd up. You know what I'm saying? But are you? I mean, this microphone, this thing's not even plugged in. You're not listening to that. There's a Kemper over here. And I profiled the baffle on that mic. Or so I say. I did. It's in the pack. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? This amp, this isn't even an amp. I took the amp out. This is just a speaker. This is where the amp went. I took it away. It's not even an amp anymore. And this breakfast, French breakfast puff? Who are you kidding? This is a muffin. Even my wife is now falling victim to the falsehoods all around us. God bless her. Pretty soon she'll be moonlighting as a claims agent at Blue Cross. This coffee, it's tea. It's a lovely chamomile tea. And I don't know why anyone drinks chamomile, because there's not even caffeine in chamomile. Look. Well, we'll switch to this mic. While I'm over here blowing your reality, bro, this isn't even Saturday. You know what I was doing Saturday morning? I went to a mobile food pantry. It's Monday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe me? You don't believe it's Monday afternoon? If you don't believe it's Monday afternoon, then what is the Suze doing here?
Hey, man.
What day is it?
Why? It's Monday.
You see what I'm saying? You see? This is what I usually do on Saturday morning. But not this Saturday. Something came up. So I faked it. I faked everything. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. What can you believe? Almost nothing. Well, I'll tell you one thing I do know. I do know that on Friday night, I went to my poker game. It's not my poker game. Someone else hosts it. And it's great. And I had this real experience where it was a big game. 10 of us came. There was $5,200 on the poker table. And I came away a winner. I think I came in with like $450. I had $450 on the table at one point. I came away with like $903. Or maybe I had 500 in there. I don't remember. Maybe it was 550. I can't remember. But I won. And I walked away as one of the big stacks. And the last two hands, I just took the last two hands and they were big. I went from like 150 in chips to like 903. And those are just all dudes who are killing it. Dudes with investments. One dude's showing, check out this coin I bought. Check out this stock I bought. Everyone's killing it. Everybody makes a lot of money at the table. You know what I mean? Like a lot. Some people make a lot and then some people relatively make a lot. And the next morning, I bring my son. We're doing this mobile food pantry thing. And a whole truck of donated stuff shows up. I think we buy the stuff, but church does it, you know. And, we're going through these vegetables with my son, my my middle son. Well, he's my youngest son, but he's my middle child. And we're just packing them up, and I'm squeezing these vegetables, and he's going, "Dad, is this good? Is this good?" And I'm squeezing these things, going, I'm like debating in my head. I'm like, I wouldn't pick this one. Like, this bell pepper's too soft. I wouldn't. It's overripe. This avocado needs to be eaten like right now. I'm sitting here going like, wait. I mean, I it's not the one I would put in my bag, but do I discard it or do I put it in there and hope they eat it fast? Because there's like 260 something cars waiting for food, and we want to have enough bags for everyone. So you don't want to discard stuff you can't discard. And maybe there's an apple and a little bit's going, but you could just cut that piece off, right? Because they're hungry. They're here because they lost their job, because they don't have much. A lot of people are living in their car. Friday night, 2 hands, you win $900. The next morning, would it be cruel to give someone this bell pepper? Is it like, I don't want them to have it in 2 days and it's spoiled. They need to eat it like today. But I can't put that in the bag. But I don't want them to open up the bag later and only have rotten food. But I don't want them to have no food at all. I don't want to run out of food. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? What's real? And then in both places, this is what got me. At the poker game, it was like, hey, the economy's on fire. It's back together. And then the next morning, the leader of this thing's like, hey, with this economy, we get a lot more people than normal. What? Well, what's the truth, man? Is one of those a lie? Is it perception? There's no amp in there. That's not a lie. I mean, it was a lie, but now I'm telling you the truth. But that's a fact. It's not just a matter of perception. You know what I'm saying? But what is real? What is real? What is perception? It's like when Neo gets outside the Matrix, he thinks he's out. He knows what's inside the Matrix and out. Then you get a couple movies in, and all of a sudden, Neo, for the first time, he uses his powers outside the Matrix. And a lot of people miss it, but you know what it means. If you pay attention, you know what it means, man. It means, oh no, I thought I was out, but I'm still in. It's bigger than I thought. Even when I think I'm out, I'm still in it. There's layers to this. I'm not in what I thought was the Matrix. I'm in here, but this is still the Matrix. How do I get out of here? Is there any outside? How do you live in a world where you don't want anything to do with healthcare and Blue Cross, but I will get sick. I will need to be in the hospital, and I'll deal with people. And I'll swear off some hospital, and UPS is still going to come to my door. And then I got to choose between one or the other. And what type of person am I? Can I really remove myself from these systems? You know what I'm saying? How do I navigate? What do I do in the upcoming thing here? They're about to wheel, one of 2 geriatrics into the White House. And I'm supposed to be excited about that, and then I can't wait over the next, 5-6 months to just passionately argue which geriatric do you like? I hate you because I don't like your old guy. No, you don't like my old guy. What are we doing here, man? What are we I'm not saying anything was stolen. I'm just saying this. You don't need to steal it if you manage the choice ahead of time. And we've got this layer of just filth layered on top of what is a beautiful representative democracy, and it manages the choices that we're allowed to vote for. So then we're left with crappy choices, and that doesn't feel like a free choice. It's like when I tell my kids, all right, well, you can have macaroni and cheese, or you can have, chicken and asparagus. I'm putting peas in the mac and cheese, meaning they can't choose the McDonald's. They can't choose a steak. They can't choose to go out. It's a managed choice. It's the illusion of real choice by offering some choice. It's the lie, man. It's the lie. It's the headphones. It's the coffee. It's the French puff. You know what I'm saying? I gotta vacuum that up. It crumbled everywhere. The lie they tell us It's a false choice. It's a managed choice. The lie they give us is this: we couldn't possibly secure the southern border and treat people with dignity. You have to choose which one you want. You know what? Why isn't it possible to do both? Who says, put me in charge? I'll quit this thing. I'll quit Tone Junkie right now. I'll do that instead. I'll solve it. I'll do it for you. And not just me. A million people could do it. 3 million. 1% of the population could do it. 10% of the population could do it. 30 million people in this country could do it. They could figure out a way to balance treating people with respect and also security. You know, maybe you just want to know who's coming in and you want to help people who are showing up. And they have given us this false choice. You have to choose one or the other. You got to choose which one you like more, because we're completely going to fail at the other one, and then you got to defend it. One side is like, nope, do this thing and be harsh and do this and separate kids and everything. Man, come on. You can turn people away without doing all that. You can send them back. You can go. Man, we solve so many problems. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. We can go to the moon. We can't figure out how to treat people with respect and secure a border. We can't do both. You got one side that's like, nope, we're all about security. We don't care about the other thing. Then you got the other side. We're all about people. We don't care about even the most logical, you have to control a border. Like, it's a lie. They can't do both. It's a lie. And that is the control. They make you choose. They make you choose. They make you argue with yourself on Facebook. And they make people like me with a stupid guitar channel who just, you know, they end up saying something. And now you're like, why am I watching this guy? I thought he was playing a 58 Bandmaster. Now he's talking about Mexico. I don't know, man. I have no answers. But I know the one who does. I know the one who does. I fear nothing, nothing, nothing but the blood of Jesus.